All right, we're back with game 2 of a best of 3 between Sanity's Eclipse and Coin Hero Power. This is a replay, folks, from AD2L Season 10. And just doing this for practice, for casting. So I hope you enjoyed the cast, and if you have some feedback for things I can change, things I can improve, any specifics are really, really helpful, as I know there's a lot of things I say too much, or maybe I make some really, really obvious mistakes you might want to point out to me. I'd appreciate any kind of feedback you can give me. But we're into draft for second game, so if you missed the first game, it was a bit of a stomp. Sanity's Eclipse taking down Coin Hero Power in rather dominant fashion. Coin Hero Power going for a bit of a later focused lineup with the Medusa, but it doesn't pay off as they are sort of run over in the laning stage, thanks to some really strong lanes coming out from Sanity's Eclipse. So can Coin Hero Power bring it back for game 2? We'll have to see. And instant Lone Druid ban from Coin Hero Power. That was the hero that wrecked them game 1. So not a whole lot of surprise there. And Invoker banned out first phase by Sanity's Eclipse still. You know what? I'm not sure that hero is first ban worthy anymore. It's still a very strong hero. But I don't know. You know, maybe it's just what people are comfortable with because they've been running it for so long. It's been the hero of the past 4 months, so. And the nerfs aren't huge. It's still a very viable hero. Maybe just not quite as OP as it was before.
5 seconds remaining.
The Slark will be the second ban, and that I like. I think Slark this patch is going to be one of the huge problem heroes. The fact that he can dispel a bunch of spells that he couldn't earlier with his Dark Pact, not to mention a lot of the items sort of indirectly buffing him. So, could be good, could be good. And the fact that it's taken out makes perfect sense to me. Now, Lich will be the choice for second ban for Coin Hero Power. I like that a lot. As I said earlier, I think it's a really strong laning support and has a lot of impact on the way the lanes go, thanks to that incredibly OP sacrifice as it is now. So what are Sanity's Eclipse going to look to pick up first?
10 seconds
I mean, if they're running a similar kind of deal to the last game, it almost felt kind of 4 Protect 1-y, where the Lone Druid played that role of just going off on his own, farming, getting the towers down, while the rest of his team kind of acted as a distraction for Coin Hero Power. They can potentially go for a play like that again. They pick up the Wind Ranger for themselves this time, going mid lane. So that could potentially just be a deny pick to Coin.
10 seconds.
Torn Chewy, it may just be a comfort hero for him, and they don't want him to have it.
5 seconds remaining.
If they can play it themselves, then why not take the enemy out of their comfort zone? And first pickaxe from Coin Hero Power. I like that a lot. So, in case you missed the patch changes, this hero now incredibly strong. He does have a pure damage nuke that hits everyone around him with the counter helix that was changed from physical damage to pure, so ignores any kind of armor mitigation. As well, Blade Mail, which is basically a standard item on the hero, now returns whatever type of damage is done back to it before mitigation. So if he hits his call button, gets that 40 armor, whatever damage he takes, the armor isn't factored into the amount of damage that's reflected. So Blade Mail does a whole lot more damage during that call, not to mention the extra pure damage from the counter helix. So acts a much stronger hero now than he was before, and potentially really, really scary. Vengeful Spirit, also a pickup from Coin Hero Power. Now, it's a hero that doesn't come out a lot, so Sanity's Eclipse may not have anyone who plays it, but what I would really love to see here is a Shadow Demon. Shadow Demon, a great counter to Axe. You've got the Disrupt as soon as he blinks in for the call. You can potentially avoid a lot of that initial damage from the initiation. And then, of course, the illusions that are created with the Disruption also have counter helix, which is also pure damage. And, of course, they take more damage because they're illusions, but if they last long enough, get a couple spins off, it can still do massive work. And not to mention the Purge really wrecks Axe. It slows him down a lot, prevents him from doing a lot of his damage later on, so could be a choice for Sanity's Eclipse. They still have 2 supports to pick up, so wouldn't mind seeing that. They go for the Nature's Prophet second, though, and, I mean, if that's going to be off lane for Ilias again, this hero, this guy clearly a person that loves those split pushy ratty kind of heroes. With the performance on the Lone Druid last game, I wouldn't be surprised to see him go a similar direction on the Nature's Prophet this game, although you want him to be participating a little more in fights if he's on the Prophet. And this is a hero whose real strength, I mean, as good as he is at split pushing, his real strength, one of the reasons he's so strong this patch was his ability to join a lane, make any gank into a +1 instantaneously, and so I think he's going to be wanting to move around the map a lot more than he did on his bear, who basically sat in lane and farmed the entire game, took down some towers.
Radiant team pick.
And Spectre acts the bans for, or Spectre Lion, sorry, the bans for Coin Hero Power, while Sanity's Eclipse take out the Magnus and the Darkseer. So taking out those really strong combo heroes with the axe. Of course, RP into Blink Call, absolutely terrifying. As the same thing as Vac Wall into combo, because if you get the call off while the heroes are in the wall, then they just keep taking damage from it, and it's a problem. So they'll ban that. Just, I'm pretty sure those are specifically for the axe combo. I mean, Darkseer just a strong laner in general these days. So, and Coin Hero Power. So they've got their off lane. They've got a decent support. I'm assuming it's support, although, I mean, can be run core, but with an axe already picked up, that might be a little greedy, as it doesn't give you a lot of core power late game. But a support is more likely. You can potentially swap into call as well. You can do some funky things with that. And just a strong hero all around, provides damage, provides minus armor, provides movement, control, stun. Just in general, I mean, the hero didn't even get nerfed. It was already first pick support material. Last patch was picked up all the time, an incredibly popular hero. And it wasn't even nerfed. The stun was slightly readjusted. It's actually longer at level 4 now than it was before. So not really touched at all. And I guess Ice Frog happy with the place the hero's in, but it'll continue to be a really high impact and high valued support for this patch. I mean, the nice thing about it is it doesn't really matter what kind of strat you're running. Early push, Wave of Terror. You want to go for pick off, you got swap and a stun. And Puck will be the choice for Hero Coin Power, or Coin Hero Power. Now, this could potentially be the beginnings of Drow lineup. You've got a Puck, you've got a Venge, both heroes who function really, really well with the bonus damage coming out from the Drow.
Remaining. 5 seconds remaining.
And
Reserve
Axe a nice frontliner for a Drow strat, because he can blink call, and then of course everyone has to attack him, giving the Drow that extra 2 seconds to put out her damage. And if she goes for an Aghanim Scepter, you get 2 or 3 heroes in that call, the arrows bouncing through all 3 of them, then you can just, it's nuts. You can put out a lot of damage with that combo. So what I actually kind of really like to see that here, of course, Sanity's Eclipse, they can potentially pick out heroes to counter it. And
Silencer.
they go for a Silencer. Okay. So trying to interrupt the Puck initiation. You know, you get a blink into Dream Coil, you get a blink into Silence, you get a blink into Axe Call, and then the Puck to follow up. So they want a way of interrupting that chain of initiation. And the Silencer actually quite strongly buffed just by the general changes in this game. His curse doesn't slow anymore. But he has had some love in other ways. The fact that Int now stacks with spell damage makes his glaives really, really powerful. And if he steals a lot of Int this game, can get out of control relatively quickly. But it has to be said, a fairly squishy hero and not the best laner. He is vulnerable to ganks. And I mean, he's strong, deals a lot of damage in lane, but if they rotate a lot of heroes through, he's not very mobile, and he's very, very squishy. So Gyro will be the choice for Coin Hero Power. Another source of damage to dump on top of the Axe Call. You've got the Call Down, you've got the Rocket Barrage, the Flat Cannon, all synergize really nicely with both Dream Coil and all of Axe's kit. So a nice choice for the core for them. This does mean no Drow strat, unfortunately, which is too bad. I would have liked to see that. But not going to get a chance to see the Hurricane Pike today. Nuts. Oh well. Just have to build it myself.
Reserve time.
And Sanity's Eclipse, they've got 3 cores here. Unless, I mean, the Silencer could be run as a support, but I think given the changes, I kind of like him better in a core role. But it might be too greedy. Having these 3 as your cores means you don't really have anyone who can take a lot of damage. And that could be a problem against this kind of heavy burst lineup from Coin Hero Power. So the Silencer support might be a little more safe. And so if it is a support, you need a support as well as a safe laner yet to come. And against Axe, I still wouldn't mind seeing that Shadow Demon as the secondary support. But that would leave them a little light on lockdown. They do have the Sprout. They do have the Shackle Shot. But that's about it. If you can find a core for your safe lane that does have a stun, you can potentially deal with that way. And I wouldn't mind, honestly, seeing something like a Sven here. Although, well, yeah, a Sven would be nice, because a Sven on top of a gyrocopter, there's no way the gyrocopter out-carries you. You can stack, you can farm faster, and the physical damage is absolutely insane. He does have a little bit of a harder time dealing with Puck and Axe, though. And Witch Doctor will be the next choice, so I like the support combo. When Axe and Puck and whatever jump in to do their massive AoE, you can get the cask off, you can get a good Witch Doctor ultimate over the backside. Also really nice is a follow-up to Shackle Shot, or a way to set up a Shackle Shot if you get the cast bouncing nicely.
5 seconds remaining. And
some team fight, which they were slightly lacking. All they have is really the Silencer ultimate, as well as the Nature's Prophet ultimate, Nature's Wrath. So having that extra bit of team fight control and damage will do work for them. And Coin Hero Power banning out the Juggernaut. So an early focused carry. That kind of makes me think that Coin Hero Power are going to be aiming a little more late game, which meshes with their strategy last game. Now, they are looking for just a support on Coin Hero Power. So with the Puck going mid, the Gyro in the safe, as far as supports for this kind of lineup, I mean, if you want to get really cheesy, you could go for an Omni Knight here. Omni Knight, a really nice combo with Axe. If he finds a 3-hero call, and then you do the Purifying Flames. Oh, it's a Drow for Sanity's Eclipse. Oh, wow. Okay, this is terrifying. So Sanity's Eclipse go for the Drow lineup, and all 5 of these heroes benefit from that aura hugely. So Silencer, Witch Doctor are going to be able to do a lot of work as far as right clicks go. And not to mention the Windrunner with Focus Fire and Drow aura is insane. Especially if she gets an Orchid and all of those hits are crits. And by Orchid I mean Bloodthorn. So Winter Wyvern will be the choice, and this makes perfect sense. They need a physical defense hero. They can get the Cold Embrace down on whoever gets shackled up or gone on. The thing is, I'm not sure it's even going to be enough to save them. The right click coming out from Sanity's Eclipse is absolutely terrifying. They are all squished, though. So if they do get behind, it's going to be really easy for Coin Hero Power to find pickups and take individual heroes down. But there's a lot of potential for Sanity's Eclipse to just absolutely run over these Coin Hero Power heroes in the early stages of the game. So given their performance in Game 1, I kind of have to favor Sanity's Eclipse a little bit here. I think this is a very strong lineup. A lot of potential for very, very early push with the Focus Fire and the Drow Aura and the Nature's Prophet trees. And I mean, they're all ranged, so it's going to be really hard for Axe to get a really solid call here unless Sanity's Eclipse are positioned poorly. So Winter's Curse, though, could be a nice setup for the Axe, though. And if they do stack too closely, they get the Winter's Curse on them, then Axe can blink and get maybe a 4-man call. I mean, there is a lot of potential for heavy damage coming out from Coin in these team fights if they can find the initiation and if they can survive to get to the mid game, right? I mean, if Sanity's Eclipse run over the laning stage here, then it's just going to be over. And I'll just turn off the webcam. I don't need that anymore. So guys, if you're just joining me, this is Sindar, just doing some casting practice with an AD2L match from yesterday. This is Coin Hero Gaming versus Sanity's Eclipse. Coin Hero Power versus Sanity's Eclipse. And this is game 2 of best of 3. This is just a replay of a series they had yesterday in AD2L. So thanks for joining me. I hope you enjoyed the cast. And if you have any feedback, please do give it to me either in chat on Twitch or if you're watching this on YouTube in the comments below. That'd be much appreciated. So we've got an early smoke rotation coming out from Coin. 4 heroes. Looking to make the same play that Sanity's Eclipse did on them last game as they'll rotate around to the mid lane trying to catch heroes. But, I mean, the exact same thing. This is a mirror match as both teams going for the exact same play and both going to the opposite sides of the map to do it on. So, no one going to get caught so far, and it will be just another rune trade, it looks like.
With me.
And it it looks like they may be running Axe in the safe lane,
begins.
which means an aggressive try coming out from Coin with the Gyrocopter, as well as the Venge and the Winter Wyvern. This could be strong. Arctic Burn for the slow. You've got the control with the stun from the Venge. You've got Rocket Barrage. If they can pressure the Drow heavily early on and not let Kiki get anything, this could be a really smart choice. Of course, the problem with aggressive tri-lanes is if they fall apart, then you're in a really bad position. And I mean, tri-lanes, Witch Doctor is a very, very good support to have in a tri-lane. The Silencer as well, with that first point up already in Arcane Curse. It's a decent AoE damage. Now Calliope, they'll scout it. This is an aggressive try right away. And, I mean, next level, just doing some harass on the Calliope. Khan maybe pops the Arctic Burn a little early. He's going to get some nice harass on a Kiki, but the rest of his team isn't there to follow up. Pura can't go for the dive with the Rocket Barrage. But the Curse harass already coming out. And, I mean, you have to remember, Precision Aura is already up. All three of these heroes hit a lot harder than you would normally expect them to. Now,
I don't think so.
looking for a kill in this lane, but in the meantime, we'll actually take a quick peek at how other side's going. And I really like this from Coin. Matching the Axe up against the Prophet is really, really nice. He's going to get all those extra calls. Prophet can't harass him with the Treants because it's just basically giving him free gold. So that'll really slow down the Prophet. Will not let him. Actually, Calliope getting caught by the cast, by the slow from the Drow arrows, and they will get the first blood onto the Silencer. Jet picks that one up. Now getting some harass onto the Gyro, forcing him back under his tower. And Winter Wyvern back, but I mean, that cask showing its value. The power it has in this kind of tri-lane situation. As far as the mid lane, Puck, Torn Chewie getting pressured yet again. I like that Panda doing a great job here, and he's 9-4 to the Puck 7-0. Gonna pressure a lot. Torn Chewie a little too low on HP. He's getting close to his bottle. So when he gets that, he can maybe stay in lane a little bit better, but right now he's really being pressured out. On the other side, like I said, Neurosis getting a lot here. Ilias taking a lot of damage from that. Is that only level 1? Yeah. Actually, he's gone for the 2 points in Battle Hunger in the solo lane, so some nice early harass. It does weaken your ability to team fight later, though. So he's counting on the ability to continue to get the levels up, and the next level rotating around with an Arcane Rune. Hasn't been spotted out. Calliope going in deep, but Gyro's there, and he doesn't go for it. It's a little too risky. If he walks back up the ramp, he could still get caught, as Calliope will scout him out. And things fairly slow, but top lane, Gyro going on to Jet. Pops the Rocket Barrage, but immediately has to back, and the TP was coming in from the Nature's Prophet. They may still go for it, as the Sprout going to connect on Calliope. Do they have the control follow-up? The Arcane Curse is there. The cask will not bounce. No, it will. To the creeps and back to Calliope. That's incredibly unfortunate for him. Now, Rocket Barrage doing a lot of damage. They may lose Jet here, but the heal from the Witch Doctor keeping him healthy for now. Coin, no, he barely cold embraces at the last second, and a blast from the Satyr will get the Gyro low enough for the Prophet to finish him off. He also cleans up the Venge. Does die first, but that's a 2-for-1 trade, and they're going to get Khan as well. Kiki salving up, but he's slowed down. He's not going to get into this. And a 3-for-1 trade in the top lane. A disaster for Coin. And that's going to be a really nice start for Kiki, as he did not fall at all there. Now 1-0-1 on him. And this is a great start for a Drow. She's going to be able to snowball very, very hard off this. And at the same time, mid lane, they're trying to go onto the Puck, but Ilias TP's in, but the Cold Embrace is there. Nice play from Khan, keeping his mid safe. And Jet actually rotates through too. So they'll deward the Sentry. But the off lane now been completely abandoned, as Coin realized this tri-lane not working out. They're going to rotate the Gyro bottom. And the Axe is going to be forced to go back up top. And a needed adjustment. They could not win the lane from there. They were too far behind. Staying there would have just been throwing lives away and giving Sanity's Eclipse even more of a lead. So they make the rotation. It really sucks, but like I said, if your aggressive try doesn't work out, it can be disastrous. And now if you were caught out by the Sprout, Ilias doing so much damage, and the Cold Embrace is going to be there soon. Ilias actually has to be a little careful here. Rocket Barrage, actually only level 1. Still, the Gyrocopter hasn't even hit level 3 yet. And this Fury is level 5. Oh, this is disastrous. I didn't realize he was that far behind. Now Neurosis going for something on the mid lane. He will manage to clean up the Silencer, who dived really deep, but the power shot cleans him up from downtown. That was at the very edge of its range, and nicely played from I Like That Panda, finding the kill. And the Silencer does fall, but he sets up the kill for his mid laner, and
middle tower is under attack.
ends up being worth it.
Gasket!
And levels are going to continue to be a problem for the Radiant squad here. I mean, we take a look at hero levels. Actually, supports are fairly even. But the fact that the Gyro and Venge, the Gyro's even below the Venge, that's absolutely insane. How is he so far behind? He's 0-1-1. I guess he spent too much time rotating. He's only died once out of the 5, so really surprised he's so far back. Quan Dota getting the slow onto Ulyss, but the Gyro's too far back. He doesn't have boots. Can't get in range. Actually, he does, but still not fast enough. And now rotations are coming in on the backside. Ulyss, Golden Brace is there, but Jet's rotated through, gets the Arcane Curse, and now Coin just has to go for the TPO. Will he make it? No, he won't. Gets brought down at the last second, and now Fuhrer could be in trouble as well. Rocket will connect on the Prophet, but Jet holding strong. He's gotten 6 stolen in already, and these glaives hit like a truck. Will bring the Gyro down. That's a double kill for your support Silencer. 6 minutes in, and the axe falls in the off lane as well. And they don't even get a single kill. Oh boy. Things starting to look grim for the Radiant side here. As 2-8, I mean, you're giving us snowball kills to a lineup that you absolutely cannot afford to let snowball. As Drow now has that 3 points up in Precision Aura. The full Ring of Aquila online. Gonna go for another Wraith Band as well. Pressuring this tower down. Axe will come back, but he has really been slowed down. Still nowhere close to his Blink Dagger. Does have Tranquils up, but... Anyway, we'll just take a quick look at the net worth graph. Look at that. Once again, all 3 of the Sanity's Eclipse cores in the top. Puck trying to hold his ground, but actually rotated in on by the Nature's Prophet. Sprout, he's forced to orb, but the cancel! No, it's not quite there. He does get very low to the power shot, but will survive, and now I Like That Panda has to just run back. Puck gets very low, but is saved, and now there are multiple rotations in. Neurosis looking for a catch here. Finds the slow on a Jet. And the orb will come through, but Prophet there with the Sprout will keep his buddy safe, and now a Shackle onto Khan. Power shot doing a lot of work as well, and the cask will bounce between the two. They can turn this. Arcane Curse is there, and Khan getting very, very low. Neurosis doing what he can, but he doesn't find the call. Will be cold and braced up for now, but the power shot almost finishes off the Puck. And now the Dream Call's out, but it's not going to do anything. They're just going to stand there and click down the axe. And Fuhrer rotates through. No call down, though. He still does not have that level 6, and they can just turn on him. Cask, he's dead. And heavy aggression from Coin, rotating in, trying to take advantage of what looked like an overextension from Sanity's Eclipse, but they're too far ahead at this point. They can do whatever they want. The gold lead sitting at about 5k at 8 minutes, and now here comes the tower pressure. Drow is hitter 6. The extra agility from Marksman Eclipse online, and these towers are going to just shred like paper. And TP in from Fuhrer, that's not the play, man. You're a bit too close. The Shackle will latch, and that's going to be a dead Gyrocopter again. His fourth death of the game, if they can find it. Is there any save? No, there is not. And the Ice Blast doing a decent amount from Khan, but now Sprout onto Neurosis. Sprout will not latch, or Shackle will not latch, rather, but getting the Gyro again. He is second to last in net worth. This is the saddest Gyrocopter I've ever seen in my entire life. 1,500 net worth, 8 minutes in. He still is sitting on brown boots and a Blade of Attack. This hero is now garbage tier. He cannot do anything. If he finds a nice call down while heroes are low, maybe he can get some recovery gold, but this is not a hero who plays well from behind, not a hero who farms well from behind either. He doesn't have enough points up into flat cannon to really do a whole lot. And the towers are just going to go down way too fast to give him the space to recover. I mean, he's 500 gold behind the lowest value support on the Dire side, for goodness sakes. They're trying to go for some kind of tower trade. Torn, Chewy, and Khan Dota rotating in on the mid lane, but in the meantime, their tier 2 is going to be taking pressure, and it will fall before they even finish off the tier 1. Meanwhile, another kill onto the Gyro solo by Ulyss, who only has Phase Midas, but he's just so far ahead in terms of levels. Uses the Wrath of Nature as well. So pushing with 4 on a tier 2. Well, okay, Axe falls as well. Don't know how that kill happened. Was it just a neutral creep? Yeah, it was. So he's trying to farm the jungle camp. Goes down to a neutral. Looks like it was a Satyr Tormentor blast. Oh, that's unfortunate. And it's like nothing could go worse for Coin. Is that just a BMDC? Is the game over? I mean, honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if they call it soon. This is as stompy a game as I've ever seen. 10 minutes in, 2-13. And with your gyrocopter shut down this freaking hard, they just don't have the tools to get back in. Dream Coil, I mean, it's a nice spell, but if there's no follow-up damage to it, what do? Axe as well. He's died 4 times, still ages away from a Blink Dagger. Goes back for the Vanguard because he realizes he needs to tank up, but without a Blink Call, you're like, these are all ranged heroes. You're never going to catch them out with that, or at least not more than 1 or 2. Oh, things are grim for Coin. And we'll just try and skip ahead, find the end of this pause here. Okay, we're back in. Looks like Coin will make one last defensive play. Going to try and protect their high ground here. But 10 minutes in, tier 3 being pressured. I mean, the Witch Doctor is doing 105 right click. The Gyrocopter is doing 70, 60. So the Witch Doctor's right clicks hurt way more than the Gyros at this point. And that is a concern because Witch Doctor has the worst right click on their team. Jet with that 1 point up in the Glaives of Wisdom, as well as the 14 stolen in. He's right-clicking pretty damn hard. And, I mean, that's not even to mention Kiki, who now 1,500 gold up on him. I'm really curious to see what he's going to go for here. And, guys, scan does not work on Roche. Read the patch notes. It does not work on Roche. That is the one exception to it. It does not work in the pit. They are smoked up. If they can catch some heroes here, they may find the Witch Doctor. They turn for him. The orb going to be off the mark, though. And now the call down. The Arcane Curse does come out, though. Silence is available. And call down doing a decent amount of damage, but actually Condota is the one getting low. And Neurosis walks forward trying to get that call, but he just can't do it. And his team is too far away. They're splitting up, going for different heroes across the map. Really not communicating well on who they're going to go on. Now the Axe and the Winter Wyvern both have fallen. Tornshui will be next, brought down. That's a double kill for your Nature's Prophet. Gyrocopter falls yet again. His 6th death of the game. A power shot cleans up the Venge. 5-man wipe, and that's GG. 3-18, 11 minutes in. They could not have called it any later. That was over. That was over in a dominant fashion. And, well, Sanity's Eclipse, they take it 2-1. Well played from them. As really nice Drow lineup. Catching Coin off guard and doing a lot of work. And Sanity's Eclipse, their laning stage, both games just look so much more solid. Coin maybe just not on the same page, or maybe just slightly off with the rotations, but either way, a little unfortunate. This game, it was particularly the aggressive try that really didn't work out for them. But, well, guys, I hope you enjoyed the game. Thanks for watching, and if you have any casting work for me to practice on, send me a DM on Twitter or something, and give me a follow on Twitter as well to know when I go live for other pro games, and leave any feedback that you care to in the comments below. Thanks so much, and we'll see you next time.